The day the Empire's massive ship appeared in Earth's orbit was the day everything changed. It was not just a ship, but a floating city of metal and lights. It's larger than any human spacecraft, casting a shadow that stretched across continents. People everywhere stopped and stared upward, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and awe. News channels scrambled to report, governments called emergency meetings, and scientists rushed to understand what this strange presence meant. The alien empire, a force known across many distant star systems, had never before shown interest in Earth. For centuries, they had expanded their reach by conquering weaker planets, claiming worlds rich in resources and technology. Yet, here, they were looming above a small blue planet that had never posed a threat to them. The Empire's leaders sent a message: surrender or face total destruction. The words echoed across communication networks, cold and final. They demanded Earth's immediate submission, threatening to unleash power beyond imagination if their command was ignored. On Earth, the United Earth Council convened, a gathering of the brightest minds and most experienced leaders from every corner of the globe. They met in the Great Hall beneath the city of New Geneva, faces tense with worry. How could this be real? Why would such a mighty empire care about Earth? Was it a warning, a test, or something far worse? As discussions grew heated, scientists worked furiously in labs and control centers, searching for any clues hidden in the Empire's transmissions. That's when they found it. Strange signals woven into the envoy's words, patterns too complex to be random. It was a code, but not one of war or surrender. Instead, it seemed to be a warning within the warning, something urgent that the Empire didn't say aloud. The signals hinted at dangers beyond Earth's skies, threats that could reach all life. If ignored, the scientists presented their findings to the Council, urging caution and deeper investigation. They believed the Empire's message was a final attempt to save Earth from something even worse than destruction. Yet fear and pride fought against hope in the Council's chambers. Some saw the message as a bluff, others as an insult to humanity's independence. After long debate, Earth sent back a response, a final warning of their own. It was clear humanity would not surrender blindly, but would stand ready to defend their home. The message carried the hidden code back to the Empire, a silent plea to listen carefully and reconsider. But on the other side, the Empire dismissed Earth's reply as defiance, a challenge to their authority that demanded punishment. Preparations for war began in the dark halls of the Empire's fleet, yet no one on Earth knew what fate awaited them. People below went about their daily lives, unaware of the fragile line between peace and disaster. As the stars gleamed cold, above, a quiet tension settled across the planet, a feeling that the true war was not yet fought in the skies, but in the minds of those brave enough to hope and those powerful enough to destroy. While the Empire prepared its vast armada to descend on Earth, the people of the blue planet did not sit idle or shrink in fear. Deep underground and high above the clouds, the engineers, scientists, and strategists of Earth worked around the clock, weaving together decades of knowledge and innovation into a web of strength that few outside their world could understand. From the outside, Earth might have seemed small and fragile compared to the colossal fleets of the Empire. But beneath the surface, the true power of humanity lay in its creativity and determination. Secret space stations, hidden far beyond the reach of prying eyes, were activated one by one. Each equipped with advanced artificial intelligence systems that could operate independently and with incredible speed. These AI fleets were not built for brute force. Instead, they were designed for adaptability, strategy, and cunning. Alongside these machines, humanity also reached out beyond its borders, making contact with lesser-known alien species who had long watched the Empire's expansion with a mixture of fear and quiet resentment. These smaller civilizations, often overlooked or dismissed by the Empire, found a new hope in Earth's offer of alliance. Though few in number and lacking the Empire's firepower, they brought unique knowledge, cultural wisdom, and technologies that could tip the scales in unexpected ways. The United Earth Council realized that this war, if it came, would not be won by strength alone, but by intelligence, unity, and the power of negotiation. So, when the time came, a carefully chosen human envoy was sent across the stars to the Empire's capital, not as conquerors, but as ambassadors of peace. The envoy's journey was fraught with tension. Traveling through unknown space, they carried Earth's hopes and fears, ready to face a civilization that many believed was unbeatable. Upon arrival, what they discovered challenged everything Earth had thought about the Empire. Behind the gleaming towers and endless armies, the Empire was not a single united force, but a collection of factions, each with its own agenda, ambitions, and fears. Some leaders sought endless conquest to prove their power, while others worried about the consequences of war, with a world as unpredictable as Earth. These internal divisions gave the envoy unexpected opportunities to speak directly to voices of reason and doubt within the Empire's hierarchy. They shared stories of Earth's diverse cultures, its struggles, and its dreams for peace and cooperation. Slowly, they began to sow seeds of change, showing that Earth was not a planet to be destroyed or ignored, but a partner to be respected. The envoy's report sent back to Earth carried hope, but also warnings. The Empire's decision was not simple. Some factions prepared for war regardless of the envoy's success, while others leaned toward dialogue and compromise. On Earth, people watched the skies with a mixture of anxiety and pride, knowing their future hung in balance, but that they were not alone in their fight. The quiet strength of humanity's ability to think, adapt, and connect with others was becoming clearer with every passing moment. This hidden power, born of centuries of curiosity and resilience, was ready to meet the Empire's challenge not with weapons alone, with the courage to change the course of history. Inside the vast halls of the Empire's towering capital, a change was beginning to take shape, one that few outside these walls could see or understand. For centuries, the Empire had been known for its unshakable resolve to conquer and claim new worlds without hesitation. But now, doubt was creeping into the minds of some of its most powerful leaders. The return of the human envoy from Earth had brought news that could no longer be ignored. Earth was not a simple backwater planet to be crushed beneath the Empire's foot, but a world that had grown in strength, influence, and allies. The envoy carried undeniable proof of Earth's growing alliances with other alien species, many of whom had quietly joined forces in defiance of the Empire's long reach. This revelation stirred unrest among the Empire's ruling factions, sparking fierce debate about the wisdom of starting a war that might not end quickly or decisively. Some factions argued that Earth's unexpected unity and resilience were signs of a dangerous new power, while others feared that attacking Earth could awaken resistance across many worlds already feeling the Empire's heavy hand. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the news of the envoy's mission and the Empire's uncertainty spread quickly, igniting a fire of hope and determination among the people. Across continents and oceans, citizens gathered not only in fear, but also in strength, showing a unity and spirit that surprised even those who had long believed Earth to be an easy target. Government leaders, scientists, and ordinary people alike worked together to bolster morale, sharing messages of resilience and peace that traveled faster than any warship. Human empathy and communication, qualities often overlooked by the empires, commanders became powerful tools in this new struggle. Instead of sending threats or warnings, Earth's leaders crafted a message to the Empire's highest powers, not one filled with anger or challenge, but a sincere promise of mutual prosperity should peace be chosen.
This message highlighted
what Earth had to offer: innovation, cultural richness, and a chance to create something new rather than continue the endless cycle of conquest and rebellion. The Empire's leadership found themselves at a crossroads, torn between the traditions of centuries-long conquests and the possibility of a new future, where power was not measured only by force, but by cooperation and respect. Some factions clung tightly to the old ways, believing that hesitation would be seen as weakness, while others saw in Earth a chance to break free from the endless wars that had scarred the galaxy. As this silent battle of ideas unfolded, spies and diplomats moved carefully through the Empire's courts, seeking allies and understanding among the competing powers. On Earth, people watched the skies with cautious hope, aware that the coming days might bring either destruction or a new dawn. The tension was thick, but so was the belief that humanity's greatest strength lay not in weapons or armies, but in its ability to reach out, understand, and change the minds of even the most stubborn enemies. As the Empire hesitated, the galaxy held its breath, waiting to see whether fear or hope would win the day. As the tension between Earth and the Empire grew, the expected clash of weapons and armies never arrived. Instead, the conflict evolved into something far more unusual and captivating, a battle of minds and wills that stretched across the stars. Both sides, recognizing the enormous costs of traditional war, agreed, at least temporarily, to settle their differences through strategy, diplomacy, and contests of intellect. Humans, drawing on their unique strengths, quickly adapted to this new form of conflict. Using advanced technology, they created detailed simulations that mirrored possible battlefields and scenarios, inviting the Empire's commanders to test their skills without firing a single shot. These simulations were more than just games. They were puzzles designed to challenge not only tactical thinking but also creativity and empathy. Earth broadcasted cultural exchanges across the Empire's network stories, music, art, and philosophies from its diverse populations, showing the richness of human life and the power of cooperation, for many within the Empire, especially. Its toughest generals raised on the glory of conquest, these displays were surprising. They revealed a civilization vibrant and complex, full of ideas and emotions that no weapon could destroy. Slowly, admiration began to replace disdain. Commanders found themselves reconsidering old beliefs about strength and control. The human approach, combining intellect with heart, posed a challenge the Empire had never faced before. Just as this battle of wits reached its peak, an unexpected danger emerged from beyond the known regions of space, a mysterious force that threatened not just Earth or the Empire, but all civilizations alike. Its nature was unclear, but its power undeniable, causing alarm that rippled through both worlds. Faced with this looming threat, old rivalries seemed less important, and the possibility of cooperation gained new urgency. Leaders from Earth and the Empire began secret talks, exploring how they might join forces against a common enemy. This sudden shift forced everyone to confront a choice: continue down the path of conflict or find strength together in unity. As the stars watched silently, humanity's battle of minds and hearts had opened a door to a future none had imagined, one where peace might not come from victory, but from understanding and shared purpose. After months of tense negotiations and careful observation, the leaders of the Empire reached a conclusion that changed the course of history. Earth was unlike any other world they had ever encountered. The qualities that defined humanity, creativity, resilience, and an unyielding spirit that refused to give in without hope, stood out like a bright light in the dark expanse of space. These traits had been revealed not through displays of force, but through the courage to communicate, to understand, and to unite in ways the Empire had never expected. The Empire's rulers, who once saw Earth as a mere obstacle or curiosity to be crushed, now recognized a partner with a unique strength that could not be measured by fleets or weapons alone. After long deliberation, they agreed to a historic treaty, one that marked not the end of a war, but the beginning of a new era. This treaty was a promise between two great civilizations to work together for mutual benefit rather than destruction. Earth became a beacon of cultural exchange, where art, science, and ideas flowed freely across star systems, inspiring other worlds to question the old ways of domination and conflict that had ruled the galaxy for centuries. The humans' final warning, misunderstood by many at first as a threat, was now clear. It was a call for respect, for recognition, and for a future where differences could be celebrated rather than feared. Across Earth, people watched the skies with a renewed sense of hope and pride, knowing that their planet had not only survived a moment of great danger, but had also changed the galaxy's path forever. Meanwhile, the Empire's fleets and diplomats arrived at Earth's orbit not as conquerors, but as allies eager to learn and share. Scientists from both sides worked side by side, exchanging knowledge about technology, and the mysteries of the universe. Cultural festivals brought together species from distant worlds, filling the air with new music, art, and languages. For many, this collaboration felt like a dream come true, a chance to heal wounds long caused by fear and misunderstanding. Yet, beneath the celebration, both Earth and the Empire understood that this new dawn came with challenges. There were still voices on both sides that clung to old fears and prejudices, warning that peace was fragile and could be shattered by mistrust. But the determination to build something lasting was stronger. Leaders planned for a future where shared challenges like the mysterious external threat that had once loomed could be met together. Combining the strengths of many worlds rather than standing alone, the story of Earth and the Empire closed one chapter and opened another, one filled with promise and the chance to create a galaxy where all species could thrive in harmony. It was a reminder that true power lies not in domination, but in understanding, cooperation, and the courage to imagine a better tomorrow.